Okay, these guys just came out of the oven. Hi everyone. So today I thought that we would start making some mooncakes because in the last recipe video we did salted duck eggs, and really what that is generally for are stuffing into mooncakes. And with it being September, it's almost Mid-Autumn Festival. There's a ton of folklore, a ton of story, behind that, so you guys can all look that up. But essentially, what it means is really a lot of mooncakes. So for this month, I thought that I would show you a couple of different styles of mooncakes, because what I think everybody is really used to are the Cantonese style mooncakes, where it's kind of like a dark, thin skin on the outside and then some kind of like a sweetened paste on the inside. So that is what we're gonna do first, but there is also, the Shanghai style mooncakes, where it's going to be meat filled. It's a little bit more like a short crust pastry. There's like the Yunnan style mooncake. There's going to be the Chaozhou or the Qiu mooncake, which is a little bit more like puff pastry, and it's very colorful and it's very pretty. So yeah, I thought we would tackle some of those. But for today, I got something special for you. I just got my hands on. You're like, oh God, Christina, like you buy too many things. I just got my hands on one of these old style mooncake molds. So I think it's mooncakes. It could be cookie molds as well, but it's just so, it's so detailed. It's so pretty. It's weird looking as well, because very rarely do you see fish with a face like that, and then like a butterfly with a face like that. But it's really pretty in its like own antique way, and it's just so detailed. So today we're going to make the traditional, kind of like the more well-known style of Cantonese mooncake first, where the crust is thin, it's golden, it's made from like Lyle's golden syrup and a little bit of lye that gives it color, and then we're gonna fill it with a homemade bean paste. Usually it's lotus bean paste, but like lotus root, lotus seed paste. Usually it's lotus seed paste, but I don't think not everybody's gonna be able to find that. So I decided to do it with white butter beans this time. You could do it with adzuki beans. You could do it with whatever beans that you want. And it's really delicious, and it's gonna be really pretty, and I can't wait to show you all. All right, cool. Enjoy this one. So first up is the wrappers for the mooncake, and it could not be a simpler recipe. Lyle's syrup is typically used here, but you can use any inverted corn syrup. I think you could probably substitute. And then there's a little bit of lye water in there, so I'll put a link to that down below, but you can probably make it yourself as well. It functions very much like a baking soda or a baking powder, where it raises the pH. It makes it more basic so that the crust gets a better brown color when it bakes. But in addition to that, it also allows for the mooncakes to stay longer without going bad. So you can see it kind of gets to the consistency of like a cookie dough. It kind of gets quite thick. Okay, so now we're just gonna wrap this up and then put this into the refrigerator to firm up a bit more. So now we just heat this up and we reduce it. I'm gonna be adding some oil and some sugar in here, but just to get this into a thicker state first. So we're gonna cook it for about 15 minutes. So after it gets to this thick state, you want to put everything into the refrigerator so it'll firm up some more, and then we can start portioning out the filling and then the wrapper. It really depends on like the mold. And so I'm thinking, let's see, so if we made 4. So I've taken some shortening and I want to get it inside all of these little lines and crevices because I don't want anything to stick in there because it is likely to. And I'm not sure if I should have used shortening or if I should have just dusted it with some rice flour or something, but I think I'll do both because in the past I've had some trouble getting my mooncakes released from specifically wooden molds. Okay, so this is one of those processes where you can just kind of squish the outside to envelop the inside, and it'll be okay. Like everything will be fine. Okay, so we have this. Okay, which one should we try first? Just to make sure it doesn't stick. So much starch in it, it's starting to crack. But I do think that the amount is probably just right for the filling and the outside. I don't know, maybe it's a bit much. That actually looks really good. Hi. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, there's like a little bit overflowing from the bottom, but overall, like all of the details like came out really well. Okay. So now I probably just want to do one with an egg yolk. Honestly, it could probably be 2 egg yolks, but I'll take out one of this, like an equal amount. So that's how we'll do the ones with the egg yolk. Doing is the outside dough is just soft. It's very malleable, so you could almost just spread. It's almost like spreading that wrapper over our filling. So we have that, and then I'll roll it out into a cylinder like that. think for sure the fish, well, there's less surface area in the fish than in the butterfly, so we'll have more of a spillover, but that's okay. Just trying to see where it is. Did get nice and shiny